What up, everybody? I'm your host, Brandon Martin, and I want to welcome you to the KTG podcast. Alright, y'all, so before I start having people on this show, I'd like to give y'all a quick introduction about myself and most importantly what this podcast is going to be about. Alright, so for those who don't know, I've been pursuing a professional basketball career for the past 3 to 4 years. And when I tell you, it has been an emotional roller coaster. I've felt the highs and I've definitely felt the lows. And all these emotions, the depression, anxiety, the fear of the unknown, all that's inspired me to create this platform because I know I'm not the only one that's been in a mentally dark place when trying to chase their dreams. Well, I guess you guys are wondering how I got to this point. Let's start from the beginning. So for me, this journey started when I was in high school. I was a 6-foot center. Yes, you heard it right. A 6-foot center. No star recruit. I couldn't shoot. I for sure couldn't dribble. I just had heart and I liked to rebound and play physical. So that's what I did. And that got me 2 offers from 2 D3 schools. But I wanted bigger. You know, I'm trying to be a professional basketball player. You can't go pro playing D3. At least that's what I was thinking. Needless to say, I didn't sign with those D3 schools. So we fast forward a couple months, basketball season's over with, I'm still in school, prom's coming up, just typical high school stuff. And out of the blue, I get a letter in the mail from King University. It's a pretty good Division II school in Bristol, Tennessee. And they tell me they want me to come and work out for them and things like that. So I was like, all right, cool. I skip my senior prom and I head up to Tennessee, work out. And I'm thinking, all right, cool, I found my home. You know what I'm saying? They telling me they like me. They want me to come up there and play. So I commit to them. I'm going to King University. I know where I'm going now at this point. So now I'm in Bristol, Tennessee. I just turned 18. I'm by myself. I'm in college. I'm feeling like I'm a grown man at this point, But this is where I get humbled quick. So before the season starts, coach calls this meeting. Your typical beginning of the year meeting. So we're all in this little room, and I'm looking around, and it's 30 other guys in here, and I'm like, how is this going to work? This is a really big team. So he's starting to pass out papers, and he skips over me and a couple other people. So me being me, I raise my hand like, hey, I didn't get that. And he says, for the guys who did not get a paper, stay after. I'll talk to y'all separately. So the meeting's over with now. It's only me and like 8-9 other guys in there along with all the coaches. And the head coach looks us in the face and he says, y'all are the JV team. So mind you, I've never heard of a college JV team a day in my life. And now I'm being told I have to play for one. What? I didn't know what to feel. So the meeting goes on. He tells us if we work hard and we show progress and things like that, we can make varsity, get varsity minutes, travel, the varsity perks. So the meeting's over with now, and I call my parents immediately. I broke down crying on the phone, telling them to come pick me up now. I was embarrassed. I was sad. I was mad. I didn't want to play JV college basketball. But my parents were like, no, you're going to stay up there. You're going to work hard. And you will get moved up. You could get moved up tomorrow, next month, or even a year. We don't know, but you will stay to find out. And that's what I did. Now, I'd be lying to y'all if I said this move happened immediately. Nah. I had to get in the gym every single day for 2 years straight just to make this man's practice team. And then another year to finally get in a varsity game. And when I say get into a varsity game, that's literally what I mean. I was still at the end of the bench. I was not a starter. I didn't play a lot of minutes. I literally would just get in, barely. But I took advantage of that opportunity. Every time I got in, I tried to do something good for the team. Now, because I was so focused on straight basketball, I didn't care about anything else at this time. My grades were terrible. I had an anger issue that was out of this world. I just wasn't living right. I was living fast and living reckless. And one thing about that, man, God will slow you down. He slowed me all the way down. I ended up getting hurt. That summer I went home. My dad tells me, you're not going back to Tennessee. I just got a letter saying you're on academic probation. You better find a school in Georgia. So again, I'm back at square one. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm about to do. I barely have any film. Teams are telling me I can come try to walk on. Some teams are even saying they're not even interested, that they're done recruiting. So I'm completely lost at this point. And then out of nowhere, once again, I get a phone call. My guy Corey Harris. He tells me he can get me a workout at his college, and that's the College of Coastal Georgia down in Brunswick. I went down there, and that's where I got my second chance. So I get down to Coastal Georgia, and mentally, this was probably the most challenging year of my college career. I was hurt. I physically couldn't play the game. I had to take a medical red shirt. So I had to do what I had to do off the court to stay relevant to the team. I had to keep my grades up. I went to rehab on time, went to practice on time, made every single meeting on time. I even tried to hold other players accountable for certain things like that. So fast forward to next season, I get cleared to play. I get voted to be one of the 2 captains on the team. So I'm excited to step into that leadership role. I haven't had that since high school. So I'm eager to really get out there and help lead a team to a championship. We only won 4 games that year. So during that offseason, I had to do some serious soul searching. I felt like I could have been a better leader, could have helped this team succeed. So I had to figure out what type of person, player, and leader I was going to be to help this team succeed. And our coach sat me down, he sat my guy Halen down, and we put a plan together for this team to be great that next season. And that's what we did. And that next season, that was one to remember. It was my senior year. My guy Halen, he was a 1,000-point player. He broke the school record for points in a game. I broke the school record for 3-point percentage in a career and in a season. And at the time, this team, we had the best record in school history. So that season came to an end. We didn't win a championship, but all in all, I felt like it was a great season. I'm looking at my stats and percentages, and I'm like, yo, I can go play professional basketball. I had one more semester left of school. I didn't care. I thought I was gone. I just knew I was going to be playing pro basketball by now. But that wasn't in God's plans for me. He made me stay back. I finished that semester of school, graduated that December. And I'm looking around and I'm seeing the other guys getting signed to play overseas. And I'm like, man, my numbers were better than his. My percentages were better than his. Like, why am I not getting that opportunity? And that's when I went into a dark place. I lost basketball. I wasn't getting any calls. No agents were contacting me. No teams were emailing me back. I just thought it was over. I didn't know what to do. So here I am in this dark place, pushing all my closest friends away, pushing away family, trying to figure it out on my own. And I'm asking God why. Like, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Like, what am I going to do next? And God has a funny way of working, man. I get a call from, at the time, I thought it was a legit agency. And they tell me, like, hey, you know, we like you. We want to sign you. So, yeah, now I'm happy. I'm thinking I'm getting up out of here. It's money time. I'm finally about to get paid to play this game. And a year later, I found myself in Fayetteville, North Carolina playing semi-pro because that's all that agent could find me. So I took the offer. I'm chasing this dream. I was driving 6 hours back and forth from Georgia to Fayetteville, North Carolina just to play semi-pro basketball. About 3 games into the season, the athletic trainer and his wife offered me a spot in their house. They said, we got an extra room. We know you're driving a lot. You can move up here if you want to. And these are complete strangers. We don't know each other at all. And they end up growing to be family. But at the time, complete strangers. But I took it. I said, you know what? Let's do it. So while I'm in North Carolina, everything's going good. My numbers are good. The family I'm living with, it's all love. Everything's great. I'm starting to make friends up there. I'm getting close to some of the guys on the team. The agent's telling me I'm getting interest in Spain and Australia. So I'm like, all right, this is it. You know what I'm saying? This is that moment for me. And then mid-June came around, and I wasn't in Spain. I wasn't in Australia. The agent stopped calling me, stopped texting me. I'm not sure what happened. But yeah, I thought it was over. I thought basketball was it. I thought that last season in North Carolina was going to be it for me. I just felt like I was alone up there. I mean, I had the family I lived with and like 2 guys on the team I was cool with, but that's really it. I felt like I couldn't talk to nobody. I had off the court issues I was dealing with. I just wanted to give up on it all. Not just basketball, but life. That was definitely one of the darker moments of my life. especially dealing with this basketball stuff, man. Just like I said, I felt every single emotion, and this was probably the lowest of the low. Being back at square one, but not knowing if you're going to play again because you're not in college anymore. You don't have another season to look to. So I ended up packing up, moving home in July. And I had to start working. I had to find a job, and I had to figure something out. Oh, I forgot to mention, I didn't get paid to play basketball in North Carolina. I was working at Journeys and driving Postmates. So I ended up moving back home, living in my dad's basement at the time, not sure what's going to happen next. I ended up working 2 9-to-5s, trying to stay busy, got in the gym when I could, did the bare minimum on the court, really, just played open gyms. I was really about to give up on the game. Then I get a message from a semi-pro coach, and I blew him off for a month straight. I just thought I was better than semi-pro. I was like, I can't do this no more. Like, I know I'm better than that. But I took the offer. I love the game too much to quit. I knew I had to keep getting film if I wanted to keep playing. And as I'm playing that season, man, I realized, man, this is it. You know, I just felt like I probably peaked already. I was ready to quit again. I just was doing it for fun now. So now it's October. Still thinking about quitting. Still thinking about giving up. Very depressed. Not happy with where I'm at. Not where I want to be. And to make matters worse, I get a phone call that one of my childhood friends has passed away. So, and I've never dealt with death before this point. So I didn't really know how to take it. I fell into even more of a depression. Talked to his mom on the phone, and she was telling me that I was one of the few she had left, and that like woke me up in a sense. It snapped me out of it, knowing that I'm still here for a reason, and I still have a purpose. So I continued to play. I didn't quit just yet, and then Corona hits. Yeah, COVID-19 touches United States and shuts everything down. So now I'm at home, working out, trying to stay ready for any and every opportunity that comes my way. So no one really knows what's about to happen. So like I said, I'm trying to stay in shape, trying to stay ready, doing a lot of at-home workouts. And not only just physically staying ready, but mentally. Everything was closed. No one knew the future of anything. So I took it upon myself to put myself in a positive place. And then I get a call around early April, and I lost another really good friend of mine. So I didn't know this guy for that long. I actually met him just playing basketball in open gyms, and we got to talking, and he told me he was playing professional basketball in China and all things like this. So I'm intrigued. I'm trying to ask him 1,000,001 questions. I'm trying to get where he's at, trying to get his connections, trying to network. And he was an open book. He told me everything he knew. Any and everybody he can get me in touch with, he did. Got me connected with the guys I train with now. And he actually got me invited to my first NBA open gym. And I'm playing against overseas and NBA and G League guys, and I'm holding my own. He gave me another boost of confidence within myself. He's the reason why I quit one of my jobs, because just being in that area, I knew I had to get better, and I knew what I needed to do to get to that next level. So when I found out he passed away, again, it showed me I had a bigger purpose here on earth, and that no matter how dark things can get, I still wake up every morning. I'm still breathing. I'm still able to go out and pursue my, pursue my career, chase my dreams. So everything I do now is for those two guys, Deontay Neal and Adrian Gibson. I love y'all. So if we fast forward to now, present day, I've been in more of a positive light. I've changed my mindset. The people around me have changed. Nothing but positivity will be around me. If you're not trying to grow with me, you can't go with me. My relationship with God has gotten stronger. I've learned to talk to people. I've learned to listen to people. I've learned to learn from people. And that's what this podcast is all about. I want us to be able to learn from each other. I want this to be a safe space for all mental health issues, whether you're dealing with depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts, to be able to come on here and listen to other people's backgrounds and listen to other people's stories and how they got through what they were dealing with at the time, and apply it to your life if it does apply. Like I said, just be able to learn from each other and do nothing but spread love and happiness in times like this. And to all the guests that I plan on having on this show, I want to thank you in advance. It's really big of you to want to come on a platform and share your stories, to share how you got through your tough times. I really appreciate you. Thank you.